Hello and happy Sunday. It is Sunday. I'll have this video out tomorrow, I guess. I am back at McDonald's having some iced tea. We're having a heat wave here in Southern California. I'm in Duarte, California right now. And we're having this heat wave going on. It may rain. They're talking about hail. I don't know where we call it hail around here. We're having a heat wave down here. It's in the mountains. It may rain. We do have white puffy clouds above the mountains. I'll show that here in a second. But the reason for this video is an uptick in crime. An uptick. The reason I'm at McDonald's is because they are saying that the uptick is due to what happened across the street from McDonald's. They're doing interviews, I guess, impact statements of what's going on with the uptick and your involvement, or have you been infected and that kind of stuff. I don't know if they're trying to get additional police resources. The sheriff's department, I think, controls this area. Right on the border of Monrovia. Half a block that way is Monrovia. My house is that way, and over just a tiny bit to put it that way to put it into Monrovia, California versus Duarte. Both are nice places. So when they asked me, don't forget to subscribe. When they asked me about this, they're coming by and they're doing these little studies. They asked me a few questions. I said, well, I guess so. And they showed me their credentials, I guess, where they're fact finding, kind of like a mobile focus group, but you don't get any money, or you don't get any free coffee or cookies on a cookie tray or any of that kind of stuff. If you ever done a focus group, no lunch, no free lunch. They should give us a card for a free iced tea, but they do not. Maybe they do, I don't know. But anyway, they're asking about the impact of what's going on. So I said, well, I injured myself. I injured my toe myself, I guess. So to where I can't really walk as much as I did in the past. I used to walk a lot. That was my primary source of exercise. Now I'm supposed to do no walking, so that's really changed what I may see, experience, witness, or whatever. So they wanted to know, is there an uptick in crime here in the concentrated areas? And she asked me where I live. That's why I said, basically, as the crow flies 1 block away, the middle of the block, not even really going all the way around the block, just from here to there. There I am. I know it's very short walking distance because I walked it a million times when I was out walking. But this is what happened. I'm going to turn the camera around, I'll show you, and then I'll ask you, what do you think about this situation? Okay. And there it is. Okay, here is this big hotel. See this hotel? Not a big hotel, but it was a motel. See the the sign has now been blacked out. This is whenever you see the blacked out sign, you know that it's been turned into a homeless shelter. This is LA County's efforts, I guess. This is not the thing that Mayor Bass is doing in Los Angeles, but this is a one locally here. And you can see they have the yellow gate up there. They stop them. They make them. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, see in the opening right here, that yellow gate. They stop them, then they use them. They make them get out, pull the car up, and they can get out. They use a metal detector on them, and then have them go to their room. But I guess you could hide something in your car. I don't really know how effective that is. But they've now turned this motel into a homeless shelter. I don't know how long it will be a homeless shelter. It's a temporary thing, trying to get people off the street. But yeah, so that's what's going on here. Some people do have vehicles. Now, some have vehicles in there. They said those were usually the unhoused that you would see like in a Walmart parking lot, camping overnight. Now they can actually live there. I don't know, like I said, I don't know anything more than the fact that it was a hotel. It's too close for me to really need the services of the hotel, because I walk away. It's not like I'm driving to Orlando and I need to stop at a hotel and get some sleep. So I wouldn't really know that portion of what it was and what it is. But they said that they're not arguing if there was an uptick in this area. They just want to know the impact on those who live in this area. Everyone, all sides involved are admitting, yes, there's been an uptick. So they were asking me different kind of questions. I said, I don't really know. Personally, I have seen more people. You'd think I would see fewer people sleeping on the streets since they've opened this. But maybe they offer services in there, so people that don't, if they can't house them, maybe they still come by for food. I don't know. Maybe they do medical appointments in there. I'm really not sure. I don't think they had a big I don't think you'd have your conference at this little motel in the middle of Duarte. So I don't know if they have big conference rooms or convention space for. We're going to be in the Duarte, whatever the hotel, across the street from McDonald's, next door to Smart and Final. I don't know. I just really don't know if that was something that was being used in the past. I don't really know what services they're using there other than housing. Housing those that were unhoused or whatever the case may be. Maybe they're in some kind of form of retreatment. I don't know. So they were talking to me about this, and I said, well, I didn't know that one of the grocery stores here had to buy all new carts because all their cars were stolen. And that's something new. But the kind of crime they're talking about here, some of it's street level crime. There was some car break-ins, some vandalism. That's the thing I don't understand. We always say we have to take care of the homeless, we have to take care of the unhoused, but do they have to get their free sandwich and their free, bag of groceries for free? On the way out, do they have to take, a can of cream corn and smash someone's window in it with it? Do they have to key their car? Do they have those flattened tires? Do they have to do all that stuff as well? If we're supposed to be out there helping them, which probably someone needs some food, we should probably give them something to eat. We don't want people to starve to death, or some water, or some medical attention. I was talking to one homeless individual, and he was actually homeless, I guess, unhoused. He was actually on the news saying the same thing he's telling me. He said, why would I get a job? He says, my food is 100% free. They put me in a shelter. They pay for my medical. They pay for my medical. They give me a free phone. They give me free clothes. All of this, every single thing you can need, as if you were, almost as if you were a child. And he said, yeah, that's a good thing. Almost like you're a little baby, but even maybe more than that, because they ask you questions and then find individual things. If you just have like 5 kids, he was saying, you probably wouldn't just pull all the kids aside and ask what thing do they want above and beyond everything they're getting, and then they can go find it for them. He said that he was trying to get a job. I guess he works as he was a carpenter, but he got involved in drugs. He lost his, I guess he had to be bonded or something. He lost the bond. But now he does clean up at construction sites and everything, and he needed a pair of boots because they required that everybody has steel-toed boots, I guess, or some kind of boot to work for the company in which he was going to be I guess what it was, they hire people off the street to do the cleanup, but if you're going to be on the facility itself, the insurance requires that you have whatever, some form of boot. The flag is cool. It's really hot. So they give that to him, so it's even better than if you were a little kid. They give you, movie passes. They give them this. And he said, I have everything I need, so why would I work? And he said, I'm trying to reverse that, but what happens is you become homeless. Maybe you're a drug addict, or maybe you're whatever, and you need a meal. You get a meal, they give you the meal. Then you say, oh man, so what about your clothes? Do you want some more clothes? Oh, I guess so. And at first you're really timid, a little shy to get the freebie stuff, and then afterwards you're like entitled. You have a sense of entitlement to everything there is. So they're asking me, did I see an increase in crime? A lot more panhandling, they said, a lot more people begging, car break-ins, drug overdoses. I guess they're basing it on the calls they're getting for the 911 or emergency services, or some of the businesses here are now hiring private security. I know the McDonald's here, they use called California Patrol. I saw them pulling up with their lights on. They were making an unhoused individual leave because he's being trespassed here. So they use that, and they come by and tell him he's got to leave, then they'll call the police. I guess if that doesn't work. So some of them, when they pull up with their lights on, some of the people would probably think that they're law enforcement, security, and they just get them to leave. They don't want to get pepper sprayed or whacked with a stick or something. Probably any more than we do, right? But they're asking about that. Now, have you found an uptick? Do you live around this area? This is I don't really know the address here. I don't see the addresses, but there's a Avis lift right here. A lot more security guards have been hired out here. Right by this is hotel here is across the street from McDonald's, and it's between the mosque and it's between Habit. I was overheard when I was getting coffee. That guy said, "Well, how'd you do out there at that church?" He goes, "That ain't no church. That's a mosque. They didn't give me nothing." He goes, "If you go to the Baptist church, they give you stuff. You go to the Methodist church, you go to the Catholic church, You go in these kind of church, the Presbyterian church up there, they always will give you something. I talked to everybody coming in and everybody going out, and not one thing, not I have a granola bar for you. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. He's, well, yeah, I won't go there then. And so the two of them were going to walk up to somewhere else. So this was for afternoon prayers or whatever they do. I think it must have been morning, afternoon, and evening prayers. I can't remember night prayers. But yeah, he said they didn't give him no money. They gave him nothing, not even a granola bar. So he was going to go back up to, I guess, it sounded like they're going to the Methodist church that way, he said. So it might be one across from the post office in Monrovia. I don't know. But anyway, they have security there. They do metal detect the people. I don't know if they sign in or sign out. I know they said in the hotel itself there was a lot of damage done. They had that before where there's an entire Motel 6 that they converted into temporary housing during COVID, and basically it's totaled in that little mountain. I think it's in a year and a half. It's not worth anything more. It was an operational, working Motel 6. They got the government money, they put the people in there, and now they basically, it's time for the, come in like a wrecking ball. It's not worth anything because of all the damage they did. All the carpets have been done. They set fires. They broke out all their appliances. If I'm staying in a hotel room and I get a chance to have a shower and a toilet, I was thinking, I don't think I'd break that. I'd be happy to have it, to use it. But I get, oh man, it's hot water and oh, it smells great. A little free soap. Ooh, soap's okay. I'd be excited, but they have different issues, I guess. But in this area, have you found an uptick? Let's see. I was telling the lady that when I used to walk, people would, no one really threw anything at me. I was a panhandle. I hit it for money, cigarettes, drugs. They asked me for money, cigarette, drugs. Never, do you have any food? It was always those things: money, cigarettes, drugs. I think that's it when I was out walking. But when I walk, I would dress I don't dress nice unless I'm on set. Now, unless I'm doing an acting role, around wear this old shirt I got. So the Teamsters gave it to me. He was a Teamster truck driver on the set. He gave me one of these shirts. So I dress sloppy, so maybe they think I'm in the same boat there. And I'll talk about, oh man, I'm sorry, tapped out. I just keep walking. And they'll usually know. One guy did threaten to kill me because he said I made a movie about his wife. Where did that come from? Who knows? The thing about this, when you're dealing with these people, what do you mean these people? But when you're dealing with these people, don't engage. Just when you tap your pocket and say, oh, I'm sorry. Don't sit there trying to convince them that it's been really rough. Your daughter had to have emergency dental work, that you have a son in college. That's why you can't. They don't care. They want you to give them the money so they can convert that money into something that they can't be given for free, which is probably going to be drugs, alcohol, tobacco. It's probably, right? And that's what they do. If they're trying to sell you something on the street, it's probably stolen. So a lot of people get busted after the fact when dealing with these kind of people, and they'll say that you were prosecuted for receiving stolen property. How do I know it's stolen? Well, if you're a homeless individual living in a tent, you have a brand new iPhone, it's a chance it could have been stolen. Or just don't take a chance. Just keep on going. No, thank you. Oh, sorry. Oh wow, that looks like a great whatever your son. I got no money. I keep walking, and I'm nice to them at the point where I can't be nice anymore. Every time I turn around, I say, "Look, man, I said no." It's almost like a dog or something. Leave it, and just keep on going. So some of the crime that these people are seeing, the crime that they're saying is an uptick, it may have been there all along. But now they see it more because there's maybe more of it. I don't know. Maybe that's there are some homeless shelters where they have to be out from 11 to 5. So they get up, they have breakfast, and everybody's got to be out at 11, and then come back at 5, and they sign and make sure they got their room, and they can eat. They get their buffet, they give them a bag lunch. But from 11 to 5, those, So one of the ladies that worked at the shelter, she said that it's called the peaceful hours because there's nobody screaming, nobody yelling, nobody stealing, nobody fighting, and everybody's gone. They clean it up, they get ready, they get the meals ready, and everybody goes back. But basically, sometimes I think we bring it on ourselves. If you have too much involvement, a lot of people feel they should, they will maybe become a victim of crime. So with me, I make donations to World Vision, to Union Station. I'll make donations to Silver Charming, but I'm not giving money. and I'm not giving anything else out there. You know, if I give food, I know they're gonna throw it on the ground. If I give money, you know, that's the situation. There, I know pretty much what's gonna happen to the money I gave. So if I have money to give, I'm gonna give it to someone that can actually help those who need help. Like the guy said, all my needs are met here. You know, so I have to forget this and say I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be relying on others to do what I should be doing for myself. And he still has his noodle working. But yeah, so what are your thoughts? If you live out here, have you seen an uptick in crimes? Everything is everything from minor vandalism, throwing trash in the street, throwing, you know, fruit at cars, that kind of stuff. Very juvenile, all the way up to serious violent crime. I don't know if I've really seen an uptick. I don't really count how many times. I would say if I go to 4 stores in a day, let's say I have to go to a grocery store and I go to 2 different drugstores trying to find something for my foot or something, and then I go the 4th time I go to, let's say, McDonald's, I wouldn't be surprised if I was hit up for money 12 times. It happens, and they'll catch me on the way in, and then on my way out they'll try me again. So I already told you no, I can't, man, and I keep going. But I always try to make it look, hey man, I ain't got nothing, and I keep going, you know. But if you're walking around and you got a nice watch or something, there's a chance they can say, I see you got something, they'll take it. I don't know. But have you been affected? If you have, and you want to be involved in that, maybe call the Chamber of Commerce or the county building, or the sheriff's department, ask if you can be part of that interview process they're doing. You can put your thoughts on. Well, those are my thoughts. I don't really know if there's been a huge uptick. I just know that I saw crime before, I see crime now, and maybe I'll see crime in the future. I'm pretty sure I will. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Don't forget, subscribe.